Back in the room.
Here we go. Back in the room. Hello,
back in the room, Mr. Thompson. All right. Well, today it's a guest episode, so we're very excited. So we're gonna We're gonna get straight on it. Put the foot on the gas. So let's go to a place where the distractions are landmarks and the detours are the main roads. Welcome to ADHDville.
Cue the intro.
Where
we come like
absolutely
bob around. Episode. Yes, it is.
ADHD. All right.
The weather is beautiful here.
Hello, I'm Paul Thompson, and I was diagnosed with the combined ADH and the D again, crawling towards a bunch of years ago.
And I'm Martin West, and I was diagnosed with a combined poo-poo platter in 2013. And we've got our guest is Katey. So welcome, Katey.
Oh.
Hello, thank you. Hello,
Katey. You describe yourself as late diagnosed ADHD mum, brain coach, and the creator of ADHD-able Life.
Able. Try to make everything able.
Okay. Yes. Able. Okay. Yeah. I got it.
Able. It's like manageable, capable, and after I got super excited about it and put it out on the internet, then I was like, oh no, is it ableism? I don't think it's no.
No, you're fine.
Okay,
you're fine. I mean, apart from the fact that I hashed it up, I think it makes perfect sense.
Yes. And I was late diagnosed initially inattentive type, and then went back and did it a second time, and they said, oh, no, yeah, you were right. You are combined too. I said, I know. I'm so busy up here. This is so busy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and right after my youngest, we got my youngest diagnosed. And when that happens, the doctors turn around and they go, it's one or both of you. Which one is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I excitedly shot up my hand and thought, it's me.
Okay.
All right.
But it's also the other one. He's just slower to the take.
It usually is.
Yeah.
It usually is.
Yeah.
I know. And then you start going, well, if that's lot, then what about my own mum and dad? And you start looking at them and your grandparents and you think, oh my God.
My 83-year-old father is clearly has gone his entire life undiagnosed and happy as a clam, happy as a lark.
Nice. Love it for him.
Yes, me too.
83. My father's 83, and not having a conversation with him about it, shall we say? It's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, but 83, it's hard. It's hard at 83 to have that conversation.
It is. And here's another weird conversation, which is, you know what, I've been meaning to do I have this post idea to do on TikTok, and it's been on my little notepad for like, I don't know, six months, but I've never done it. And
this is it. We're going to scope it out right now.
Yeah. Well, it was all about having a shower, right?
Oh, yes.
Because and what my post was, and still might be, was like all the reasons why showers are difficult and they suck or they're hard, right? And it's a long list.
Yeah.
It turns out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Martin, I am so glad you brought that up. We are going to dive into the world of showering. And one might think that's awkward to do on a podcast with two gentlemen that you don't know very well. You feel like you do because of the internet, obviously, but it's something we all do. And I had a video, actually it was my very first video, have some virality to it, which made my stepdaughter think I was pretty cool. So I was like, yes. And I posted it in the morning and I went about my day not thinking about anything. It was like 3 minutes long, which, in TikTok world is like you gave me a 3-hour Lord of the Rings on TikTok.
It's almost biblical, isn't it? 3 hours, 3 minutes.
Yes.
That's biblical length.
And by the end of the night, she came home and I said, "Hey, Jordan, I've got a video that's kind of going viral." She's like, "Really? How many views do you have?" I said, 7.
Okay. How many?
Yes.
3.
Yes. And I said, "Well, 70." She was 70. And I said, 1,000? 70,000? Let me see that. And so she grabbed my phone and started looking at it. And about 9 seconds in, she said, "This is too long. I can't watch this." I was like,
yeah, there you go.
You've got a little bit of the, yeah. But actually, it was all about how I recognized after my late diagnosis that, you know how you look back in your life and you go, "Oh, there was a symptom. Oh, there was a symptom. Oh, there was a symptom."
Yeah, yeah.
For me, being in the bathroom and showering and like the world that women have in skincare now, it's like you need a 12-step skincare routine. I'm like, I can barely get into the shower, let alone do all of the things you're telling me I'm supposed to do. So that video for me was so validating because so many people commented about, "Oh, yes, I didn't think I realized I wasn't the only one," which was so nice. I think that's
absolutely.
It's one of the best things I think about late diagnosed ADHD and being on TikTok is people coming back to you and saying, "Hey, you're not alone. I thought I was the only one." It's like, "Oh, I finally found my people."
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was interested in this particularly because when I first came on TikTok, which is about 2 years ago, I struggled to have showers. So I was like, I wonder if anyone else does. And there was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Zero.
Yes.
I was like, oh crap, I am the only one.
Freak.
I am the only one.
A freak.
You just needed to wait for me to come along. Yes. If you Google, I even say when I go into the search bar in TikTok that I'm Googling, but if you Google shower avoidance, that's what will come up. And it is fascinating to me. Yes. So there's 2 parts to this, which I think is cool. So one is the physicality of how do you actually step into your shower. So my question to you are now, and interesting, because there's different showers everywhere. So I need you to imagine the shower that's like the inset shower, probably at a hotel, and you have a shower, what do they call it? Curtain that you have to like pull back and forth, right? Okay. So do you turn on the water and then get into the shower underneath the stream, underneath the faucet and the stream that way?
Are you insane?
This is what I'm saying. Or are you like me and you sneak around the back and get in the back of the shower and like slowly inch your way into the water? So I'm just curious. I think by a show of hands, which one are you?
Okay. I'm already worried about Martin because Martin said that his shower sucks. I think he needs to get a plumber in.
Yeah.
No, if your shower is sucking.
I'm just saying that. What? No. Sucking, it's going the wrong way. Basically, you're saying it's sucking the moisture out of the room rather than putting it in.
Oh dear, that's a problem.
That's
a
plumbing issue.
I edge into the shower and I test it with my hand first.
Okay.
If I have to, if I can see that the shower head is adjustable, I will point it away from myself as well.
Yes.
Right.
You are not alone.
Okay.
The number of people in the comments in this video that said, "Well, I sneak in the back, but before I go to the back, I will take the shower head and turn it and point it at the wall, so all the water is pointing at the wall.
Exactly.
So the water is coming down the wall."
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, step 1 of having a shower is not getting wet.
Correct.
Like that's
Yes.
that's how you know that you're doing it right when you're still dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want total control. If anybody's curious if they have control issues, they should step back and look at how they're getting into the shower, because if you are going to those lengths, I think I must have control issues, which makes perfect sense because I have anxiety. And the more I can control things, the less my anxiety is up. So, yes, most people like to sneak around back. And then, of course, there is the super secret number 3, psychopath, the people that get into the shower and then turn in the water.
No.
That's madness.
No.
That's madness. I've
madness.
usually
madness.
If I have to do something before the shower, like if I have to have a shave before a shower, usually have a shave before a shower. Or if I or something like that, or if I've trimmed my beard, I've already turned the shower on, so it's got time to like get up to temperature.
Yes,
so I'm
optimal
avoiding
temperature.
the shock, whether it's avoiding any shock, possibilities, whether it's a cold or a hot shock. And then I'm looking to adjust it. I want to get it to like a tepid state. So it's like between hot and cold, and then I make my adjustments.
When you get in.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I am going to, has anyone, I can't be the only one again. Has anyone...
You are, Martin, you so are.
Turned on the water and it's all running.
Yeah.
And then you just, on your phone, and then you go, fuck it. And you just turn off the shower and just walk out again.
Yes.
It's like,
yes. You are not alone, Martin. You know what you said? You're like, not today. Not today, Satan shower.
Today, Satan shower.
Yes. That's actually the other thing about showering and ADHD. And it actually might be a higher neurodivergent thing, because the other thing is actual physical act of getting into the shower. Like I can't mentally get myself there. And then I have to, I turn on the shower, and then I'm in a functional freeze, and I am sitting on my bed. I can hear the shower, but I'm scrolling. And then a half hour has gone by, and I think, oh, you know what? Maybe my mental state didn't need a shower today. I can't do it. There's too many sensory things going on. It's got the sound, and it's going to touch me, and the water's going to be stingy. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it just right? Yeah, and then you get in, and you feel amazing when you're in. It's like, oh, it's so luxurious and wonderful. But then you have to turn the shower off.
Wait. Don't you just keep turning the hot up and then up and then up and then up and then up until you're like boiling the bag.
Crisp, yes.
Yeah.
I will say sometimes, and it's infrequent, I will mow the lawn at my house like once a summer. I don't usually do it because I have allergies, but once a summer I like to contribute. But I'm so hot after I get done with that, and I need a shower, so I will shower. But then I will try to cool my body down. So then I will turn it colder and colder and colder.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I can't do a cold plunge. So these people who can cold plunge, that's not me.
No.
Yeah.
I go into like I get anxious if I can't just like this whole thing about who's that Icelandic guy or Swedish guy, and they're like telling you to like have a bath in ice cubes. Can't do it. Or if you go to a spa and they've got one of those cold plunge kind of pools. I did it once.
Yes.
And I know it's good. I know it's healthy.
One toe in there.
Yeah. I can't deal with the shock to my body.
Yeah.
Too much.
No, I agree.
All right. So you now have to turn the water off. That's where we got so far in our story.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Great job. Wow. Martin, you know what? Is that what you're a professional at? Is taking...
Yeah. He's professional
trying to herd cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang on, though. Hang on. Yeah. There is one element that I think is quite common in the ADHD community. I can't stand the shower directly on my face. You know, some people can stand under the shower and just like put the whole face under the shower like that. Can't do it.
There's some weirdos out there that
it
do
arrives
these.
there at the top
Or the
of my
rain
head.
shower
It has to go to the
heads?
back. Yeah. I can't just like look.
I'm with you on that one. I am.
I can't have the shower
I can
pointed
stand
directly on my face.
Right. That that I don't understand why people are so excited about rain shower heads that come straight down.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just standing there and it's all just coming down that way. It's very inconvenient. And then you can't correct control. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So, yes. So you're doing all the things in the shower and you can make the shower as glorious as you want, right? You have your perfect temperature. Some people will put music in their shower. They'll do a, what's that called? Waterproof. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Yeah.
One gal commented on this video that she found a waterproof whiteboard because she has all of the great ideas in the shower.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes. I thought, she's next level. She's expert level.
I can appreciate that.
And then
I get
you
that.
have, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
So you do all your things and you probably do them in the routine that you are set for doing them in. And then it's time to get out of the shower. And that's a miserable time because you go from being warm and toasty and cozy and smelling all your wonderful products and everything to opening the door or opening the curtain and you're suddenly wet and cold.
That's two of that's the number one and the number two worst sensations in the world.
Yes.
And
that feeling
together,
right? That feeling will stop me from getting into the shower in the first place. It's like, I don't want to do the wet and cold today.
What if you gamify
and then
it?
you know that there's a certain tell me more.
Okay.
Yes.
What if you gamify it? What if you have what if you have exotic luxury soaps on a rope? And you kind of you start getting into gamifying the whole shower experience and gamifying even the sensory sensory kind of thing. If it's really good soap. And you could gamify it as well. I don't like it when the soap is still in its cube form. If you go into as well as posh soap places and they've cut you a cube, that's really inconvenient when you're trying to lather up.
Sharp edges,
Yeah, it's, in the lathering business, that's really inconvenient.
Yeah, you are on to something, sir. Because I think so I have 3 showers that I've built for myself and they go along with my type of day. So if I wake up, because when you wake up as an ADHD human, you never quite know what type of day you're getting yourself into. There's no consistency. We're all consistently inconsistent. So I might wake up, I might go to bed thinking, God, tomorrow's going to be a great day. I'm going to do all these things. I think it's going to be a high energy day. And then I wake up and I go, oh no, it's a no energy day. Yeah. So I have no, low, and high. I gave myself 3 options for days. And then I created these showers next to all these 3. So if I have a high function or high energy day, and this is where I gamify it for myself, I call that my full fluff and buff shower. You're getting in there and you're doing the whole thing.
Okay.
The kit and caboodle, the full fluff and buff.
The whole menu.
And yes. And that might have been one of my favorite things in that video too, because people were commenting I call mine my bits, my pits and bits, my pits and bits showers. It's great. So that is, I think, step 1 gamification of how do you shower when you are neurodivergent and all of the sensory things are overwhelming is you do have to gamify it in a way that works for your brain. I'm going to name my shower the Full Fluff and Buff.
You can gamify it as well. If you buy yourself, if you really go out there and you get a luxury bathrobe, not your kind of IKEA stuff, with microfibers and all that nonsense, like really good, like Egyptian cotton,
heavy.
Or how about a towel warmer?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
The old classic towel warmer.
Yeah.
Which you can put your robe into, people. I want the audience to know. My sister does that. She got a towel warmer. She puts her towel in there, and when she takes her towel out, she puts her robe in.
Jesus.
I know.
Wow.
She doesn't mess around.
That's
Okay.
That sounds quite nice, actually.
I know. So this is one of my favorite things to start with when I meet people who are like recently late diagnosed. I'm like, hey, have you started paying attention to how you shower? And they kind of look at you like this. But you can really learn a lot from it because all of your like nuances are in there and you're accommodating yourself. Scrub?
What about scrubs?
What about scrubs?
Scrubs. Have you ever bought? Have you ever tried? I've got this thing. I've got this tube of cream that's got like crushed apricot husks in it.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
And your skin feels. It's got bits in it.
Bits. Gritty bits.
Gritty bits.
Yeah, gritty bits.
Gritty bits.
Grits.
Yes.
Well, in the
do you
States,
do a dry scrub with that?
No, it's a wet scrub.
Right. It's a wet. Yeah. See, I can't do a dry scrub, but I could do. It does. It does. You kind of feel like, am I better than everyone else? Like I'm exfoliating.
You feel a bit elitist.
I think I'm better than everyone else.
Exactly.
Yes.
Also, if you're skin than everyone else now, thank you.
If you work in also there's a practical and healthy side to it, health side to it. If you work in somewhere like London or New York, and that you've got smog to deal with, you get this stuff. It really helps clean out your pores, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you feel like, I've got all of London out of my skin.
How do I get this London out? How do I get this London out? Yeah. Well, there is, I would say, whenever you're ready to go down the rabbit hole of how to truly gamify your shower in a luxury way, you want to enter into Black Lady Shower TikTok.
Okay.
They know how to shower. They know how to shower. They know how to prep. They know what products to use. They know what order they should be going in. So they're really expert level, top of the line. And it is like I feel about how my Fluff and Buff shower. I can't do a Fluff and Buff shower if I wake up on a no energy day. I know that I need at least 60 minutes for the full Fluff and Buff. So you kind of have to organize your day a little bit about it, which is why I only do the full Fluff and Buff maybe twice a week. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah. Because the only way I'm going to get through the whole thing, if it's like a step-by-step process, so it's do this, then do this, which means that I don't have a number of different showers. I just have the one, and it's just a program that I run in my head, like some sort of script almost, and you just do the one thing. Because I don't have hair, so I don't need to do a hair wash in there. It's just the same thing. I don't have a buff part. It's just like
no, actually you have more buffing than anywhere else.
You have one shower.
Yes. And the only way that I can gamify it is how quickly I can do it. How quickly I can get in and out and have everything done. How quickly can I tick those boxes?
Okay. What you're touching on there, Martin, is how to motivate the ADHD brain. This is one of my favorite things in my content around brain coaching and stuff. So there are five ways to motivate the ADHD brain. Okay. And they are, number one, urgency. So a sense of urgency, time, putting a time constraint on something. Let's see if I can remember all of them. Urgency, novelty, challenge, interest, and passion. I did it. I remembered all 5.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I do a little bit on TikTok where I call my ADHD-able cooking show, I call it Just Add Dopamine. And because cooking and making food when you have an ADHD brain can also be challenging because you get excited about something, but by the time you get everything, you might not want to make it or let alone eat it. So I say, well, you just add dopamine. So I always go back to these 5. Urgency, interest, passion, challenge, novelty. I did it, but in a different order. And that's the way that I just add dopamine. I add dopamine into the process of taking a shower or doing laundry or cooking a meal.
So is this part of your ADHD-able life?
It is.
Thing? Is that like a sort of a thing?
It is a thing. It's a thing for me for sure. And I mean, I teach it to my kids and I make content about it, but it's silly things like, urgency is like setting a timer. How fast can you do it? And then how fast did you do it last night or last time? Can you do it faster this time? Interest is, am I actually interested in making, let's say, a recipe? And I actually love cooking and baking, but if I'm scrolling and I'm not interested in the recipe, there's no way I'm going to make that. You can't even force me to make it. Even if my kid is like, Mother, will you please? No, I will not.
Wow.
I know.
Doing the whole song and dance like a sort of a Broadway show production.
Yeah, there's a lot of jazz hands at our house. Mother. And passion is usually around just the fact that I do enjoy cooking. That one is tricky. That one's tricky because if you are like, I'm not passionate about doing laundry. I'm really not. So I have to kind of fake that one.
Right. But I do tend to be passionate about the fact that I can open my wardrobe and my shirts are there and I've got socks in the drawer and I've got underwear. Like that part of it I can be passionate about, and in order to get there I have to wash the stuff.
Correct. And therein lies the challenge. You're like, okay, I'm passionate about that. Really?
A man and exactly. Paul and his iron. He is not a lot of my friends, like Paul here, love an ironing board and a shirt, nice crisp line.
Especially a shirt.
Take it away, Paul.
Oh, I need to hear more.
I'm really, I find it really relaxing. I put up some good music, get the iron out, a good iron, gamify it, good iron, good ironing board, and
what
signifies
a good iron?
Well, you can go
heavy,
pro route.
Heavy.
My partner's she's got a pro iron, and it's a whole different ball game. Oh. It's like the type of metal is probably titanium or something like that. The steaming aspect of it is particularly efficient and, consistent, and it's really nicely weighted. And you can gamify ironing, I find. But I just like the precision of it. I like the shirts, especially the complicated ones. And it's like a dance. When you're ironing a shirt, there's a dance element to it.
Tell he's passion.
Yes. Yes. I am into this. This will become my new hyper focus. Now I have a specific question. So, do you prefer ironing on an iron board, or do you hang up your clothes and then prefer the steam experience where you're standing and steaming at the same time? Or is it a twofer?
Old school.
It's a horizontal thing.
Classic.
Yeah.
Understood. Say no more.
Understood. So, yeah.
I do it horizontally,
Yes.
says Paul.
But washing, no. Putting things on the washing line, no. I prefer if I had to choose between putting things on the washing line and take them off, I prefer put them on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking them off.
Oh, I'm with you there.
What's going to... I hate putting the laundry outside, even though it kind of smells nice. But I forget, and I can't be bothered, and it starts to rain, and then I'm in a whole world of pain.
Yeah.
But what's going to really shock you, Katey, is that I was taught how to iron at school when I was about 12. There was an ironing class. We had an ironing class.
I think
for the
we
men,
did.
for the boys and the girls, we all learned how to iron a shirt.
It was called home economics.
Were you in a military
economics.
private school or
No, state.
home ec? Okay,
Right.
I had home ec too, but I don't think we had an ironing unit.
Come on. All men should know how to iron a shirt.
That is true. That is true. And I have two boys. My eldest is 17. He'll be 18. And he now has a couple of shirts, a few shirts that require ironing. And, the only time he irons them is when he's going to a homecoming dance or whatever. And then they get crumpled up on the floor. And eventually I can't stand looking at them anymore. And so I hang them up into the shower. But I think ironing is that is a very good skill that everybody should know. And you're right. Boys don't know it as much. I don't even know if my stepdaughter knows it. I'm going to get back to you on that one. I'm going to do an inquiry tonight.
I could tell you'll never meet an Italian man that knows how to iron. Things in Italy are still very...
Really?
Their mom? That's a woman's job. Italy is so backward on these things. It's unbelievable.
Goodness.
Anyway,
I will say,
another discussion.
There is something to be said for sending your clothes out for getting washed. And this is a total sidebar. Maybe it's not a total. It's just like it's an off ramp, and we're going to come back on. But we traveled in Italy for 2 weeks, and we had a couple of things that we wanted to get washed because we were packing a box to be shipped back home. And that was glorious. It was, I think, maybe €17. And everything was done within 24 hours. And they gave it back to us, and it was folded beautifully. I thought, we need more of that in the U.S. We don't have nearly as much of that here.
It is something that I have done. So when my job got really, really busy, because I do all the laundry, and when it got really busy and I just couldn't deal with it, I would have someone pick it up and it would come back, and it was just like, oh, this is so nice.
That's luxury right there. That's nice. Luxury.
Yeah, we do a song and dance about it.
So yes, those 5 things that can motivate the ADHD brain. And here's the goal. Here's the real trick: is getting one is usually pretty easy. You can usually figure out a way to add one of those things into a task that is monotonous and tedious and boring that you don't like. But if you can get all 5, that's expert level ADHD-able living, in my opinion. In my humble
5 again. Let me just
okay. Let's see if I can do it one more time. Are you ready? These are the 5 things that you can do to motivate the ADHD brain, which I think equals dopamine. Urgency, passion, interest, challenge, novelty. Exactly. I realized I didn't bring my little visuals that I like to have, but we have visuals all over our house of things like this, especially in my kids' bathroom. I'm like, remember these 5 things. And the other thing I have for them is I call it my wheel of modalities.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Okay.
I'll send you the image. Maybe you could put it right here or here
right.
on my head or here.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's up somewhere. And modalities in healthcare, of course, are just like things that you can do to make things better. Mm-hmm. And when my son got diagnosed, his neuropsych assessor rattled off these modalities like it was nobody's business. And I was like, sir, I'm going to need you to slow down. I'm processing. And I wrote them all down. And I thought, oh, you know what? You know what we need is a color-coded wheel to choose from. So the other thing I do in my ADHD-able life is I have this wheel, and the 5 sections of it are really the only 5 things that you have some control of or that you can use to help manage your symptoms and how they impact you on a daily basis. And they are, let me see if I can go around the wheel. So you have medications or supplements, the big topic that everybody gets spicy about. Nutrition, what you put down your pie hole. Exercise. Accommodations, which is like showering, all the things that we just talked about to how you make showering possible. And then meditation or mindfulness training, which there is some research that says you can actually improve the size of your prefrontal cortex. The old noodle, you can strengthen it. So that wheel, that's another thing. When I'm like kind of sluggish and feel like my symptoms are living my life and I'm not getting to live my life, I go to my wheel and I go, okay, well, am I medicated and supplemented today? Check. I remembered to do that. And then there you go. And then I think about what nutrition. Okay, well, what did I eat today? Oh, I started my day with Fruit Loops. Okay, I should probably find some protein.
Breakfast of champions.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exercise is a funny one. So one of my right. I know that it's good for me. I know that it helps my brain. Ugh. So I asked my clinical person, I said, what's like the thing that I could do that takes the least amount of time for the most impact?
Oh, yes.
Right? And without waiting, it's a 30-second plank.
Oh, nice.
Okay. A plank. Just 30 seconds. Just plank it out for 30 seconds.
Plank it out.
Yes. And I do it usually in the morning or I do it at night before I go to bed. And I am winded after 30 seconds.
Wow. Set a timer. Okay.
Yeah. So that's one exercise tip. The other one is I do croc walks.
Wait, is this walks in your Crocs?
It is.
Okay.
And because there's such a culture around, you have to have all of the fancy athletic equipment and all of the fancy athletic wear and all of the fancy shoes. That will stop me from doing any exercise because it's another step I have to do in order to get into exercise. So there is research that says 10 minutes is all your brain needs to engage. And if you just move your body for 10 minutes, you will be the most productive in your brain from a cognitive standpoint for 30 to 45 minutes after that. So Croc walks are, I keep my Crocs on. Now I have indoor Crocs and outdoor Crocs.
Okay.
That is my luxury gamification, Paul. And so I put my outdoor Crocs on.
Okay.
And because I am a late diagnosed perimenopausal woman, I also put my weighted vest on. And then I will set a timer for 5 minutes. I will walk out my front door. Doot, 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 doot. Crocking. I'm walking. I feel like I'm getting more in because I've got the weighted vest on. And then when the timer goes off, whoop, I turn around and I come back.
Nice.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yes. So it's very uncomplicated and I feel good about it.
So it's like reducing the transition thing, isn't it?
Eddie,
I suppose.
so that's vaguely the same thing.
Yeah, it is. Getting up from what you're doing. I don't know. Is that a thing? I think it's a thing. Transitions and change. Yes.
Yeah. Because I go cycling.
You like something.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Well, there's a couple of things. The planking. I like the idea of the planking. I've started. It's about 10 days now that I've been just like lying on the ground twice a day for about 10 minutes and just like breathing.
Being
just
a plank.
Like a plank, but on the
Yes.
floor. And it does really, really good. Because the problem I get, because there's no transition.
Yeah.
You put a mat on the floor, no transitions, no accessories, nothing. You don't need anything for it. But yeah, because the other thing that I do, I go cycling, and that's like a lot of transition. It's probably the worst for transition that I could possibly do.
Yes.
There's tons of equipment. It's probably the worst you could. Well, even scuba diving, that's a lot of transition.
You scuba too?
No, I don't. But
I don't know why you said that.
Comparing it, it's the only thing that came to my head in terms of comparison.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it makes sense.
Paul, I think you just created or invented. No, heavens no. When does it ever? But I think you just created the inverted plank. So you have the plank, the 30-second plank. The inverted plank is you're still in plank position, just upside down.
Yeah. There you go.
And the whole goal, if you're just there for even 10 minutes breathing, that's meditation and mindfulness and
mindful planking.
Mindful planking.
Oh, wait, you've invented a whole new freaking. It's going to take over New York.
I'm going to put that in my section. Excuse me. I'm going to put in mindful planking up in my mindfulness meditation part of the wheel. I'm going to start adding that in as one of my options.
TM.
Yes.
TM.
Okay. The other question is,
yes.
So I have a husband who also cycles, TM. When you go cycling, and we just finished watching the Tour de France, and we love watching the Netflix Tour de France, so you can see the team the year prior. But are you doing the whole kit and caboodle? Like you're putting your shoes locked into your pedals and everything?
Yeah, the whole thing. You've got the special shorts with the the kind of sponge support. You've got extra pockets, which is already a bad thing. Extra pockets for loads of different things. You've got different types of accessories that you need to keep in case you get a puncture. You've got to prepare your bottle because you can't just take water. It's got a supplement inside the water because otherwise, you're done for after 20 minutes. Special glasses, prescription glasses, because I can't go cycling with these on. They're too big. Then you've got a helmet, and then you've got your GPS so that you know where you're going. Yeah, there's a lot. But yeah, I love the Tour de France. I love that.
It is exciting. How long do you go for your rides?
I go to, it depends. The easiest one I do is about an hour. So it's about 20 kilometers. It's not much. But I don't go crazy about it.
20 kilometers bike riding for an hour. Okay. But what's interesting to me is considering all the transition that you need to do to get into taking the ride, and then you're riding for an hour. So you're like, I can handle all the transition if I have no transition for at least an hour.
Yeah.
Right. You know what this kind of really is, like when you're curious, if you apply curiosity to whatever task you do, you realize, there are a lot of transitions, even in whatever you do, and you almost have to then build your life around those things. So for examples, I mean, if I had a bike and I was going to go out on my bike ride, the only way that I'd manage to actually mentally, you know what, I can do my own example. So I go swimming, right? But the only way that I can do it is if my bag is already packed with my stuff in it and the towel in it, and it's ready to go. And the only way that I can do that is when I come back from swimming, all my stuff goes in the machine, washed, dried, back in the bag, like instantly. And everything is set up so my bag has all the stuff in it, and and everything has to be set out to make it as frictionless as possible. And the only way that you can do that is just by being curious about what are the obstacles to getting the thing done and what make it easier, and then just kind of like making it so that your life works that way. And it doesn't matter what normal people do.
Yeah, normal.
It's just about It's just about how it works for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What you just described is ADHDable.
Oh, hang on! God damn it!
Marty,
coming in with a curveball. Come on!
You just like cut through all of that. You just buy some like gold leaf speedos, like swimming trunks. You just cut through all of that. You just go for the bling thing. You just go for like the effect.
Leaf.
Yeah. Just about the effect,
bling,
and that's all the spontaneous. Yeah, that's all the stimulation you need.
Cycle round. All right, okay. I'm going to go and order some gold leaf speedos.
Yes,
right.
That is when So if I go back and I think about passion, interest, novelty, challenge, and urgency, gold leaf speedos, is that passion? Is it? No, that's novelty. That's new and exciting. That's what that is.
Novelty. I'm all about novelty. Yeah, that's the thing.
You just, when I went like, yes. When you said you said frictionless.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I went like this. It is because, so one of the things I am working on is a speech where I do the talkie. So hopefully people will hire me and pay me to do the talkie to their audiences. And I literally just wrote a month ago a section where I talk about invisible friction. Ooh. And that our brains and how they operate, we have 7 executive functions up here in the prefrontal cortex, which help us do the things of living.
I have 2.
And you have 2?
Yeah, just saying. I've lost a few along the way.
Whew. All right. This podcast is going to be longer than we thought. This is a longer episode.
Carry on.
Yes. And I think of those 7 on like a board, a soundboard. Is that what it's called, Martin? The soundboard where you have the little, I'm looking at you because you've got the piano in the back. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So all brains, normal ones, all brains have these 7 executive functions in their prefrontal cortex. All brains have a blend where, think of the 7 on a music soundboard where you can push them up and down. And one of the 7 is, for me, I use this example all the time, but one of the 7 is your nonverbal working memory. So your nonverbal working memory is your ability to hold a piece of information in your mind long enough to use it. So if you have ever walked into a room and then gone, why did I walk in here? That is me. And it happens to me all the time. So even in my neuropsych assessments, they're like, your working memory is poor. So I imaginary my soundboard, that working memory executive function for me, my toggle is very low down at the bottom. Mm-hmm. So that creates, because that's low for me, that creates a lot of invisible friction in my life. I get so frustrated that I keep forgetting things, and I have to back up to wherever I came from in order to remember why I walked into the room. And I think what people forget is that all brains have these 7. So all brains have this invisible friction. But the difference between those of us who are diagnosed and those of us who aren't is just how often or how severe that friction impacts our lives.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. And then when you edit this, I want like.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's a nice edit there.
Yes, thank you.
Nice little chunk.
Cut it. I have to fix my these are my green crazy. Hang on. Hold up, please.
One of the things
by,
that comes to mind that I want to say about that is that there are clearly tons of things that we can do to help ourselves. It's just the things that we choose not to do is the problem I've found, especially with me. You know, I know that if I drank less wine,
Yes.
my ADHD would be easy to manage. But I like wine, you know, and I know there's I do about 10% of what I could do to help myself.
I think the universe said, "Listen, did you say you were going to stop drinking so much wine,
yes.
Paul?"
I mean, this is the Italian government stepping in, going, "No, this is not good. This is big wine shutting Paul down."
Coming down on top of yep, exactly. Poor Paul. I mean, we knew him well. We loved interacting him when we could.
Well, that's the end of the ADHDville podcast.
Yep. The lesson here, kids: keep drinking wine.
We almost made it to 100 episodes as well, and then Paul was taken out.
He is saying something very smart, which is choosing to do the things that we know are good for us, but we just still don't do them.
Right. And go on.
I can't, I need, and that I think is probably I think they call it pathological demand avoidance, but I can't, somebody can't tell me, even though I know it's good for me and you see it on a video or a news cycle or whatever, and they're saying it's really good if you stop drinking wine, Paul. Oh, good. I'm still here. I can't do it unless I get myself into it. And that was a huge part of building what I then became to describe as my ADHD-able life, is I had to build routines for myself, doing the quote unquote good things. So picking things from my wheel of modalities, but I had to do it on my own time, in my own way, with a sense of independence, that because if somebody else told me to do it, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I find that the only way that even you can get there is if you going back to the nutrition thing. So if you're eating fairly okay and you're getting enough sleep, and you're taking those things that cause you anxiety out of your life as much as you can, then that gives you a good shot to actually make better choices, right? To actually overcome sometimes that pathological demand avoidance, like that little voice that kind of goes, no, just do the thing,
right?
It
just
helps.
Eat that whole cube of cheese. You're fine.
Cube of cheese. Oh, well, Paul's back, butter. Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Thank goodness. We just assumed that the Italian wine government had stormed into your home.
Yeah, and taken you out because
you were
about to say, you were about to say drink less wine, and they were not having any of it.
Yeah, they didn't like it. Yeah, but thankfully, by the time I came back into the conversation, you're talking about cheese, which is perfect.
Yeah, we moved on.
Yeah, wine. This is a wine and cheese podcast.
Oh, that's nothing better.
Yeah,
cheese platters.
We did. Here's what I do want to know. Oh, I could. I absolutely could. You could do an entire episode on like the best charcuterie board I ever put together. That would be. We could go meat by meat, cheese by cheese,
olive by olive,
olive by olive.
Greek olives versus Italian olives. Let's have a fight.
Yeah, on one charcuterie board, you could have World War. I don't know which one are we in.
I know, right? Yeah.
3. I think.
I do want to hear. I'm curious, Paul. Before you cut off, and maybe just don't talk about not drinking wine. Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you do the things when you know they're good for you, but then we don't do them? This is what Martin and I talked about when you were gone. I'm curious, how do you do them? Do you do them?
Could you ask that again? I've not quite understood.
Did I not ask a clear question? My ADHD? Okay.
I don't know.
We know in life there are things that are good for us and our brains,
Yes.
ADHD brains, to do. And yet we still don't do them. How do you get yourself to do the things that you know are good for you?
Shaming.
Personal shaming.
Sure.
Strategy.
Yes. That's true. I can't shame others, but I can shame myself.
Yeah. I'm really bad at it. I am the most undisciplined person in the world. It's really difficult for me to choose between a cheese platter and going out cycling.
I understand.
And the cheese platter wins every time.
Cycle with a cheese
with the cheese platter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could hold it out in front of you, and then as you get faster, the wind kind of whips the cheese into your face.
I swap out. I get a new bike. I get one of those cargo bikes. I get one of those cargo bikes with the massive rack on the front. They have them in Holland and Germany. They have like a massive rack. It's about 1 meter long at the front, and they make deliveries and stuff.
Yes. I would love for you to say, hey, honey, I'm going to go for a ride. And then she says, which bike are you taking? And you would say, the cheese bike.
Yeah.
The cheese bike.
Oh. The cheese. Uh-huh. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just not a good example.
It is.
I'm so indisciplined. It's shocking how indisciplined I am.
And there is so much shame too around discipline, because I heard that all growing up. It's like, well, if you were just disciplined, you could do blankety blankety blank.
Yeah,
if you were just. And then I think as adults, it turns into, I should be able to do this. I should want to eat broccoli. I should want to exercise 45 minutes a day, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to end this podcast, but we're coming up to the hour.
Yeah, we don't want to end on shoulds and shame.
No. Could have, should have.
So I'm just kind of like putting us out there into like kind of like how can we wrap this up? How can we wrap this?
Well, I do have a very specific question for you about ADHDville and the election.
Okay. Oh God. The shame.
I was saddened that you did not win re-election. And
yes, it might
be the little conspiracy theorist in me, but do you think it was rigged?
See, as mayors or the ex-mayors of ADHDville, we had an election. Oh, I don't know. It's been a while now. Earlier on in the year, and we lost the election, and we're no longer mayors anymore. We just sit around the King's Agitated Head pub.
Yeah.
Rather too much. Was it rigged, Paul?
I think we didn't check on the voting machines, did we? We didn't check on them, on the voting machines. We didn't have the budget. We barely had the budget to kind of, have our tractor serviced.
I think
so. We just didn't have the budget.
We spanked the entire mayor's budget on the election theme tune that we had when we were running our collection. We basically spanked everything on the banjo player.
Makes sense.
He was worth it, though. He was worth it.
But you know what? I think we said this last week or whatever it was. I think there there is some shenanigans.
There
is.
Yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could feel it a little bit, but I didn't want to be the instigator by any means.
It might have been those people from Normal Town. Just one over.
Normal Town.
Yeah.
You want to know my conspiracy theory about the people from Normal Town?
All right.
They're all just undiagnosed ADHDville residents.
There must be a few.
Well, undiagnosed, but also somewhat resentful and bitter that they have got a word for their fucked upness.
They're just lost. That's what it is. You're right.
Yeah.
They're just lost. They need a word. If possible, I don't know what type of pull you have now as ex-mayors, but if in ADHDville there's any type of like street naming, if there's like maybe a street or a path or a roundabout that might be able to be named like the ADHD-able roundabout, that would be, I would put up a little funding. I would take up a fund to get that.
I am taking down notes on the back of a little envelope.
Yeah.
That is the one place that all ADHDers know they can take notes. It's the back of the envelope.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's nice because I was going to say, because every guest comes on and they are part of ADHDville, and you have the ability to kind of like to have something in ADHDville, and you're choosing to have a roundabout.
I think a roundabout feels right.
That's branded roundabout.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Because
what's in the middle of the roundabout?
Circles are just like. Oh, I think cheese.
A cheese wheel.
It's a cheese wheel. I was going to go with garden. I love flowers and things of that nature, but I think a cheese stop would be even better.
That's a great idea.
Just for Paul as he comes in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around.
And you know what? That's it could be somebody's job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could
just
create
another reason to buy a
jobs
new cargo bike.
in ADHDville.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I feel good about this.
Nice. I like that.
I love this.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that thanks for coming onto the pod.
Thank you so much.
Into ADHDville.
My pleasure. I don't think I told you. I do want to tell you. Jazz hands. When I started posting on TikTok. When I started posting on TikTok, which we're coming up on almost a year. August 29th will be 1 year of actually posting on TikTok. ADHDville was one of my very first creators that I found. So you guys were in the very beginning of creating my community of ADHDers online. So,
oh, that's
loving
great.
you back. Love it.
I would be delighted. Anytime you want to chat again, let me know. Right. I'll be 10 to 15 minutes late.
Absolutely. Well,
perfect.
Yeah,
and
I think there's tons of material.
And where can everyone find you?
They can find me at Neuro Nuance. Neuro as in brain, and nuance as in the thing that screws up all our relationships and communications.
And is that a .com?
.com. So on TikTok, I'm NeuroNuance, and .com, I am neuronuancelife.com.
Right. Mm-hmm. We shall put it in the show notes.
Lovely. Thank you.
Put some links in there. All right. Well, thanks for coming. That just leaves me to say, what am I here to say? I've looked up. Yeah, ADHDville is delivered fresh every Tuesday to all purveyors of fine podcasts. Please subscribe to the podcast and rate us most awesome. And feel free to correspond at will in the comments. But wait, there's more. If you wish to see our beautiful faces, then sally forth to the YouTubes and the TikToks. And you can pick up a quill and email us at adhdville@gmail.com. But in the meantime, be fucking kind to yourself.
And I beseech you, fellow ADHDers, fare thee well with gladness of heart.
Goodbye. I couldn't find my little outro button. There it is.
There, says the mayor.
Goodbye.
That's that.